Hi, so in this video, we are going to talk about how you're going to schedule your days when you are first starting your online business. This video is for someone who wants to schedule their time in a way that makes them the most efficient as possible. This is no longer my schedule because I like to go more with the flow and I'm not trying to scale my business in a crazy way anymore. But if it is your goal to really scale your business or start it right now, then this is the schedule that you should be following. First things first, you need to identify when you are the most optimized. What that means is you need to identify 3 key things. First, how many hours of sleep a night do you need to be at your optimal the next day? Second, what time in the day are you at the most optimal peak mental level? And third, what time in the day are you in a little bit of a slump? Next thing you need to do is create a schedule. It is so important to use calendars, agendas, online, and also hard copy to your advantage. Make sure that everything that you need, all your information is stored somewhere that is easily accessible. When you are creating your schedule, you need to start time blocking. So that means that you need to create to-do lists for your days in which you have identified the exact times that you are going to be doing specific tasks. So next thing you need to do is create a schedule for the next day or for a week if you are going to be scheduling a week in advance, and insert all the tasks that you want to get done for your own business and also your client's business, if you have any clients at this point, into your calendar. Identify the times that you want to work. So for example, if you're like, I want to work between the hours of 9 to 5, like a structured job, right? Some of you may want to work less than that right now. Some of you may want to work way more than that because you are growing the business and this is all you want to focus on, and that is fine. But identify those hours, schedule the tasks that require the most mental energy for the time that you are most mentally aware, because that's when you are the most alert. So you're going to get that task done in a much shorter time than if you did it any other time in the day. Then what you need to do is identify when you have a little slump. During that time, you need to schedule tasks that will absolutely get done if you schedule them in that time. So what that typically looks like is scheduling any calls that you may have. If you do not have calls or things that keep you accountable to show up and do the work during that time, then you can schedule more mundane tasks. For example, you might need to respond to emails, check your email, check your phone, and you should be scheduling when you do this. You should not be just checking your messages constantly throughout the day. So I'm not using my peak mental energy times to check emails or do things that don't need that mental energy. The times that are remaining, fill that in with tasks that you need to get done. So these are things for your business that work on growing your business in the way that you want. So you only know what to fill into your calendar if you know specifically what your goals are, as well as what the efficient steps are to achieving these goals. For most of you watching this video, I would assume that right now your goals are to either get a high-paying client or get your first couple clients right now. I have created videos on both of those topics, so I will link those in the description below as well, and just check out my page for videos like that. Next thing that you need to do now that you have a schedule, a time-blocked schedule on what you're going to do when you work, and you have optimized that based on your specific energy levels, is to set up a morning routine. So morning routines are super important. I'm sure you've heard that before. Everyone's look different. I've created videos again on my specific morning routine, things I recommend, so you can check that out. But whatever that looks like for you, you need to schedule time before you start your workday to ensure that your morning routine is done. And within that time, I truly recommend doing things that expand all the areas that you want to expand in. Your mind, health, soul, your body, whatever that looks like to you. Great book to read is The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. He goes into much detail on the morning and how in the morning, you should be working a little bit to grow yourself, especially if you're trying to grow your online business. Currently, you are the business. So it is so important to grow yourself every single day in all of these ways. Educate yourself every single day, because when you're educating yourself, you're expanding yourself, and therefore you are expanding your business. Next up, you need to implement travel to and from work. Typically, if you're starting your online business, you are working from home, which is awesome in a lot of ways. I love it, but it's important to create that separation between the home and the work. After your morning routine, before you start work, there needs to be a time in between in which you travel to work. What that typically looks like is removing yourself from the situation, so removing yourself from the home and going for a walk around the block, or just, a very short walk or a long walk if you would like, and putting yourself in the mindset of work, and then coming back, sitting at your desk at home and working. So it's that travel time where you get to have that transition period to think about work. And the same when you leave work as well. So when you sign off for the day, instead of just going straight from your desk to the kitchen or straight from your desk to your bed, sign off from your laptop, you go outside and you walk around the block and you think about non-work things. Let's say for some reason you can't go walk around the block or you can't go outside, you need to build in different transition periods. So whether that be watching a fun YouTube video to transition out of work, or watching a work YouTube video to transition into the work mode, put a transition buffer period in between work and play. And finally, that leads me to playtime. So time that you are not working, that needs to be scheduled too. If your entire life is scheduled for work, you need to schedule the time that you are not going to be working. If you're working from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and you've outlined that, then outline times that you're going to give to yourself and also that you're going to give to others, but make sure that it's scheduled in there so you actually are giving time to yourself consistently, and that you are doing and making time for things that you love consistently. A forewarning is that it's really important not to schedule your free time more than just labeling it as free time. If you go into your schedule and you identify the exact things that you're going to do during your free time, so for example, if you break down your 3 hours of free time and say, okay, first 20 minutes I'm gonna read, next 20 minutes I'm gonna go talk to my friend on the phone, next 20 minutes I'm going to take a bath, and you schedule it down like that, it becomes work, it doesn't become free time. If you are present in that time, which you should be, you may not feel like doing those things. You may feel like taking a bath before you speak to your friend, and when you are in the scenario, you should be able to do that as it is your free time. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please subscribe for more just like this, and I will see you soon.